それじゃあ私たちはお祭り回ってくるわね。みんなまったね。
俺たちもそろそろ行こうぜ。
そうですね。
失礼。
いえ、こちらこそ。
The Water Magician. All right, my friends, we just got done watching episode number 10 of The Water Magician, and the only way I can describe this episode is, on one hand, I'm a little worried. On the second hand, this episode was fun, but then also boring as well, too. I always kind of describe episodes and describe things as, if the episode didn't exist, how much would it truly hurt the show? Now, one can argue, in this episode, you know, the things that it established is we learn more about the red hair girl. Apparently, she's a princess. So although she has a lot of ties into the army and the things that are happening within the Magic Corps, she's really an apprentice to like the Inferno guy or whatever. Secondly, we got introduced to the Inferno guy, which Ryou did come across, and when they came across each other, they both avoided each other, but they both skillfully recognized that the other person's also skilled. So this guy took notice of Ryou. Big focus on Abel. There was a funny moment where Abel, you know, Ryou forced Abel to do the bow thing, and then Ryou got, Abel got dragged by the Saint girl that's in his party. A funny moment, but at the end of the day, it just, you know, is what it is. The other thing that happened is there's a big turmoil happening at the end. The place that they're at is protected by a wind barrier. Somebody turned it off. Obviously, they're trying to assassinate the prince or the princess or whatever. We got introduced to the prince, which is also red hair, so prince and princess. He's just, you know, kind of playing the part and stuff like that, and people seemed like they're after him. And then elf girl. So the elf girl that Ryou has been with, she went looking for him, and she's just very sad that he's not going to be around for a while. Outside of that, I mean, really, it was just Ryou and the gang having fun in town, poking fun at Abel quite a bit this episode, and yeah, not much else happened. Now, the thing is we're still unsure how many episodes we're getting of Water Magician. My guess is that it's going to be 12 or 13. So we're probably towards the tail end of the Water Magician, at least season 1 at this point. I want to be wrong. Maybe it'll just keep going. Maybe we'll get 24 episodes, 20 episodes, something pretty crazy. That would be awesome because it's been hitting a stride. But this episode was definitely the weakest of like this latter half of the season we've gotten. The first 4 episodes or so, first 4 or 5 episodes were mid. They were okay. It was something watchable, but not like, you know, I'm going to go right home about it. But then after that, it kind of hit like when Abel came across and Ryou left, and it kind of hit this stride, and it's kind of gotten progressively better. Out of those episodes, this was the weakest out of the last, you know, 5-6 episodes we've gotten now, which is disappointing to see because we're getting close to the end. But the other half is like, if we were to binge watch this, and it wouldn't really matter too much, but because we have to wait another week, this was a context episode to give us context about the princess, let us know who she is, let us know who the prince is, set up the assassination attempt, set up Ryou coming across the Inferno guy, setting up Abel and his importance and how kind of Ryou keeps lifting him up and he keeps getting recognition for stuff that he never did. So contextually, very grand, very good context episode. But even the most context for something can still be a bit boring in execution. And for me, that's really what it was. Now, a lot of you may not agree, and I think that's totally okay. But for me, Water Magician episode 10 was a 6 out of 10. It was a serviceable, okay episode. But no specific moment did I go like, oh, okay. Even though I was bored up to this point, now the episode's really good. Fun, cute moments held up the episode to get it to a 6, which was, you know, the elf looking for Ryou, Ryou poking fun at Abel, and Abel getting dragged all over the place. Fun stuff there. But that's what gets it to the 6. That's not what gets it to surpass the 6 for me. So those are my thoughts, my friends. Keep it real short, easy, breezy. We'll see you guys next week for another episode of Water Magician. But yeah, this one wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst either. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.